This sweetened condensed milk sponge cake is so easy, you'll have it in the oven in less than 10 minutes. Butter and line a 2-pound loaf tin. That's 9 inches by 5 inches. I like to use butter even though I'm using parchment paper to line the pan because it helps the paper stick and it doesn't flop around as much. If you don't want to butter it, you don't have to. Then place your parchment paper into the pan. I've made a few cuts and folds in mine so that it fits nicely. And then I pin down the ends of the parchment paper, and I like to use a bulldog clip to hold it in place. A little bit of butter under any loose flap will help it stay in place as well. Now set that aside. Preheat your oven to 165 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Add 3 large eggs to your mixing bowl. You can do this by hand, but I'm making it a little easier with my mixer. Attach a balloon whisk or just using a whisk with your hand or even hand beaters. You want to make sure your eggs are light and fluffy, so start whisking them up. Once your eggs are nice and frothy and paler in color, you're ready to add in your condensed milk. Add 1 400-gram or 14-ounce can of condensed milk to the eggs. Make sure to pour out every last drop. And I know condensed milk can be a little bit pricey, so if you can't find it on sale and you want to make your own, I've linked my recipe down in the description below. I've even made a vegan and a chocolate version, which you could swap out in this cake. Whisk until combined and then add in 155 grams, 2/3 a cup of melted butter and 4 milliliters, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And one more final whisk to combine. We're going to set this mixture aside while we prepare our dry ingredients. To 200 grams or 1.5 cups plus 2 tablespoons of plain or all-purpose flour, add in 15 grams, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon, 2 grams of salt. And just give that a little stir together with a fork. Make sure you have no lumps in your flour or baking powder. Give your wet ingredients a little stir to make sure nothing has sunk to the bottom. Then go ahead and add in your dry ingredients. You'll want to gently start working the flour into the wet ingredients, like folding it, but just a little bit more vigorous. Make sure there are no big lumps of flour in your mixture, but small lumps will bake out. And that looks pretty much perfect to me. Let's pour it into our pan. Give it a little spread on the top to even it out, and then give your pan a few taps on the counter to make sure there are no big air bubbles in there. That's ready for the oven. This will need to bake for about 45 minutes or until a skewer comes out clean and it's beautifully golden on the top. It smells amazing. You can really smell the condensed milk. You're going to want to let it cool in the pan for about 30 minutes or so, or until room temperature. Once it's cooled, remove the loaf from its pan and put it onto a cooling rack. Then gently peel away the paper. Carefully lift up your loaf and remove the paper from the bottom. You could serve it just like this, but I like to give it a nice dusting of icing sugar and some edible flowers. Because we're not adding them to anything wet, they won't really stick, but they do look so pretty on top of the cake. This cake is extremely versatile. You could easily split the recipe into 2 8-inch rounds and make a Victoria sponge cake. Or why not pierce it once baked and add some lemony syrup to make a nice lemon drizzle. You could go ahead and add in lemon zest, even orange zest, or chocolate chips if you like. The opportunities are endless. Make it your own. If you end up loving the texture and flavor of this cake, you have to try my sweetened condensed milk cookies. They're super decadent and they're so delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.